Hello everyone, welcome to Black Arrow Gaming. I'm Bob, and this is the 13th episode in my third Age of Wonders 3 Advanced Strategy series. In the last episode, I captured the throne city of the enemy Tigran Rogue, and I'm moving on towards the Draconian Necromancer's throne. You can see it here on the map. Putting a lot of pressure on my enemies, so that is definitely a good thing at this stage in the game. I do have one notably weak point, I think, down here near the Draconian Necromancer's underground cities, one which I'm working to reinforce with some armies coming from this direction, tunneling through. They'll be running down and joining these guys, but I'll still only have 5 units down there. I really need more backup in that area, and I'm not sure how soon I can spare to send extra troops. I think I have at least a penguin running down, kind of just the extra units that my rogue was capturing up in a different area of the map, up in this area of the map. So, all things considered, doing pretty well. Let's go ahead and get to the comments from this week. First thing I want to go over is Sav3 suggested that I summon a crow at my new city and send it across the water to the west. That's a good idea. I think they're right. The crow should probably fly west because I don't really have anything else that can get out there that easily that I can spare. I need all the units in these armies that I can get. But I am curious as to whether the rogue may have put a city out in this blank space here that I can't see. This is also, I think, a vassal city or one of their cities. I can't remember for sure. That island city right there. So I know they have the capability to go across the water, unless it's a vassal city that they picked up and then migrated to Tigrans, or it just so happened to be Tigran. I don't know for sure, but it's possible they have something else in this area, so I need to be looking for that. Number one priority right now is searching for their king. I need to find the rogue's king, or leader, so that I can kill her and knock her out of the game. So, the next step, though, will be going towards the Draconian Necromancer in the absence of knowing where that king is. Civ 5 Addict, he mentioned that the new city, which I am currently in the process of absorbing... whoops, hit a button on my tablet there. New city that I'm currently in the process of absorbing should have all of the structures. Yeah, see, it's got like the Rogue's Palace, the Planar Gate. It's got all sorts of structures in it that would be great for producing some really good units really fast. And that's definitely something I'm going to want to do with that city. I am currently researching produce succubus, and that should be done at the same time that I'm finished absorbing population. So in 3 turns, I can actually make succubi at this city, which is great. I probably will do that soon and hopefully start researching shadow stalkers or whatever comes after succubus next. Raggy Raggedman, he had mentioned that I should consider getting Hornet Swarm for my druid. She's been fighting down in this area of the map, and Hornet Swarm would be a pretty good spell for her. And it's something that I can get, I think, any time now. Hornet Swarm's a pretty solid damage-dealing spell and would give her a very good spell-casting combat option. I did get the extra mana so that I could call in Ancestral Spirits, and I'm probably going to get that next so I can start using that. But this would be a good spell to have as an alternative. The only problem is that I'm going up against a Tigran Rogue, which it'd probably be fine. An Orc Druid, which would be okay, except Druids do have some units that resist Blight. It won't be helpful against the Necromancer, really much at all, but it's probably wouldn't hurt to pick it up. If nothing else, it might help me with some of the independent units scattered around. There's still plenty of those to fight through. He also reminded me to get the dragons as soon as possible before the enemy does. I know that the enemy hasn't gotten them yet because I've been keeping an eye on this notification here, and like every turn I kind of click through it. So I know that they're still a free vassal. They're still neutral. I do want to get the money to buy them soon, and I actually have close to enough. I have a lot of gold now, and I'm making a lot of gold. My economy is doing pretty well. I just continue to spend money at an equally fast rate. But overall, it is trending in the right direction, so I think I'm going to be okay. Alright, let's just go ahead and kind of continue on with what I've been doing. I'm going to be sending that Mystic down there, and then what I'm going to do is build 1 Mystic and then 1 Bard. That'll make an army of 6. The Bard will give them the Bard skills, improving their morale, and they already all have decent morale plus Scales of Fortune, which means they're going to be doing quite a few critical hits. Once I get the Tigern Race Governance 5, they're going to be doing a ton of critical hits, so that's going to be a pretty good group. But I still need a couple turns to finish building them, and I will just continue that as fast as I can. I got the mana-powered heavy drill for my druid, which might come in handy here pretty soon in case she needs to tunnel through anything. I might use it to go through here, get those haste berries, then come up and get free upgrades for my cities, clear some of these structures in this area. First, she is sitting right here, and I may as well go ahead, run in, and take whatever items are in here. Get this battle over with. Alright, so we've got decently tough units. Mammoth Riders are probably, I think they're one of the best Tier 2 units in the game. Tier 2 cavalry, anyway. I really like Saber-Tooth Chariots a lot. But the Mammoths just have so much health. Like 80 to start out with no upgrades. So you gotta be really careful against those guys. Fortunately, I have units that deal fire damage. I got the Hellhounds, they'll help. So I should be alright. I'm still gonna attack from this side where I feel like they're a little weaker. If I can get that Frostling Ice Queen, a lot of times the Ice Queens will run in and use their Guard Breaker or their Ice Nova ability as soon as they can, even if other units can't follow it up with attacks to capitalize on the fact that they've broken your guard. So I like to trigger them into doing that first if I can. I also would really like to convert one of those two units if that's going to be at all possible. And in order to do that, I need to remember to take advantage of both Curse and the fact that I have this. Oh wait, no, I don't have Summon. Oh, that's right, I need to get Summon Ancestral Spirit. Haven't quite gotten it yet, so that'll come a little later. I can try to curse them now to decide which one I want, the Ice Queen or the Mammoth Rider. I think I'm just going to go for broke and try to get the Ice Queen. She's overall a better unit. As good as the Mammoths are. She's got a lot of defense. And I love the Guard Breaker ability if you use it correctly, which the computer normally does not. Okay, I got that curse. That's great. Improves my chances of charming. Let's see, does anyone else need healing? The rogue kind of, or the bard kind of does, but druid's too far away. I wonder how long they'll let me sit back here. I think I actually have to damage a unit to keep the battle going for much longer, though. First, let me heal the bards. And I'm going to kind of get some other guys in position here. I want those Hellhounds up front because they're going to do extra damage to those ice units. They won't take any extra ice damage themselves because I have Worm at Night, which is coming from her. So that's pretty good for this battle. Send the Wargs around here. They make a decent unit to take a hit from a not too powerful unit because they've got First Strike. And I'm going to go ahead and throw another curse. Just because. Alright, now that their speed has been lowered, I'm going to try to capitalize on this. Move the Hellhound up there. Move my Druid here and just take a shot at somebody. Just to do a little damage and get them irritated. I can leave these priests here, I think, and I'm going to put the Warg there watching her flank. I think that'll be alright. Whoops. Can't forget my Sun Guard's over here. Okay, that's not good. They've frozen my Hellhound, so now I need to try to protect them. I'm going to have to kill a lot of units really fast if I want to pull this off, unless... Okay, I do need to pay attention to the range units. That Ice Scaper's let its guard down, so I could probably kill it with her. If I can convert this unit, which I really need to do, 50% chance. If I can convert that unit, then my problems are basically solved. If that doesn't work, I might have to think about using upper action points, which I don't know if I have any units with enough movement to do that other than the priests if I charge them in and just smacked her a couple times. But let's try the charm first. Nothing else can reach her, so I'll just do it from here. Okay, that did not work. She's shaken, so her morale is really low. Really low. I might be okay to just run it. Oh, no, I didn't, because I didn't use up any of her action points. She's still got 3, and if she hits that Hellhound once, it's dead. So I need to probably... I need her to die, is what I need. I need to kill that unit. And I need to get something else in there. The Sun Guard I don't think will make it. The Warg could. And I would rather sacrifice the Warg than the Hellhound. That thing just took a lot of damage and got froze instantly. I don't think that's going to do it. That's a maximum of 17 damage times 3. So optimistically, I'm looking at something about 50. It wouldn't kill her. The Sun Guards would have to do a pretty big chunk of damage to finish her off. And again, I have to kill those guys or else they'll ice ball that Warg to death. And, well, they probably wouldn't be able to kill it, though. Of course, there's a ranged penalty being applied there. If I got another one of my units in the way, I think it'd be okay. Because they would have a line of sight penalty, too. Well, maybe, depending on where they stopped. Alright, I'm going to try to kill this Ice Queen where she is. That mammoth could run around and do a ton of damage to Imane Night Owl if I left her there, but I might not have a choice. I might have to take that hit. Let's see, how much health does she have left? 23? Well, the Sun Guard's not going to do it. I gotta get that Warg into that spot, so that basically means that she has to finish that unit off. How far can that mammoth move? Enough to get a devastating charge hit on the back of this hero. I do not like that. I don't think it'd kill her, but I am a little worried about what these guys will do, and about how I will make the next step. Maybe I have a useful spell that I could cast. Well, actually, my rogue has useful spells, and I think I'll go ahead and use one here. Stoning would probably do the trick. Quick Dash would also do the trick. If I was to use Quick Dash on these guys, I could finish her off, I think. Stoning might be more reliable, though. Oof, maybe. It's not a guarantee, though. These guys, okay. No, but I can't move them up there and then get the Wargs through without taking the Wargs around the other side. Wait a second, the Wargs can't reach that point anyway, because they have to go around. They have to go around the Bard. The Wargs would have to go. They can go 3 spaces. They would only make it to that point. Okay. So what I think I could do is actually leave the Wargs where they're sitting. That thing will probably kill them, but I can deal with losing the Wargs if it saves the Ice Queen. Or I mean if it saves the Sun, if it saves the Hellhound. What would Rain of Poison Blades do? Not enough. So what I'm thinking about doing is killing the Ice Scaper where he is, letting the Wargs get wrecked by the Mammoth and the Raider, then using the Tigrans to go up and stab her, but I still need to get somebody into that point. Okay, here's what I can do. I've got this. Go up, stab her with the Tigrans. Then I can use... No, that won't work either. And then the Tigran Sun Guard could end up getting killed, which would be bad too. How much health does she have? 8? She's just going to use it to kill that Hellhound. I have to kill her and get another unit in the way, and I don't think I can. Not without risking whatever unit I put in the way. You know what? I think I'm just gonna have to say those hellhounds are dead. Like, I don't think there's anything I can do to save them. That's unfortunate. But I can't think of any other way to do this. She's got other spells too. I mean, I have root spears as an option. If I could get rid of the Mammoth Rider's movement, then I wouldn't have to worry too much about the Sun Guard. I'm not seeing any way. I'm really not. So if you guys see something that I'm not seeing here, you can let me know. But I can't figure out a way to save that Hellhound. Not without significantly risking severe damage to my hero, and I'm not willing to do that. Alright, well, so be it. I'm gonna at least kill that guy back there. I might lose 2 units here, which would be unfortunate if I did. But again, I don't know that it can be avoided. I'll just quick dash those. I'm gonna quick dash those Sun Guards to heal them up a little bit. There is another option. I could run the wargs around. They'd take 2 hits from those raiders, but they would also use up their movement in doing so. The wargs would then get wrecked by the mammoth, probably. But I could kill the Ice Queen. Okay, I think this would work if the wargs can take 2 hits. The mammoth will run around and devastating charge her, but the raiders can't follow up or do anything. And there's no other units threatening her. Okay. Alright. Okay, there's a flank attack. That kills her. I can move the Sun Guards up here. Again, just sacrificing those those wargs. That thing's gonna come running around and devastating charge a nasty hit on my druid, but she can handle it. It could also go after the bard, but the bard's got enough health that she'll hold up okay too. Alright, I think I should get to keep my hellhounds now. Yep. Okay. Now the battle's not over yet. Still got plenty to do. Let's see here. I probably want to move these guys to this spot. I've got a pretty good shot at that Mammoth Rider, and that's the thing. That's what I need to take down. If I take 2 hits in the back, and I can get a couple flank attacks on him, which will really hurt him a lot. The Bard can handle a hit from the Raider if it needs to. Okay, and a promotion for the Bard, not bad. I'm gonna leave these units where they are just so those Raiders don't go running around going after the Hellhound. They'll probably turn and go after the Bard. Yep. And that's fine. Okay. And then all that's left is to decide who gets the XP, I suppose. May as well curse him. And stab him to death. Okay. Well, I saved my Hellhound. It took long enough. That was a much longer battle than it should have been, but I knew there was some way I could get him out of there alive. Eventually I got it. Unfortunately, didn't get another unit to go with them. Our Cursed Armor of Tower Ruin. Regrowth, Defense, Slowed, Face Layer. The armor with the slow effect. That is really good armor, but I hate being slowed. That's something that I might give to my dreadnought and maybe take it on or take it off depending on the type of battle that I'm in. That extra gold would be really nice as a reward too, but this could come in handy. I'm gonna take that. Alright, give her some extra health to go along with her health regeneration, and send this over to the dreadnought. Alright, she leveled up so I can get Call Ancestral Spirits, hopefully help make those charms a little more likely. I'm not going to bother. They're going to go do an easy battle. I can probably get another animal without too much trouble. So I'm not going to bother having the kobolds rejoin them. I'm just going to have them continue digging. Alright, Penguin, you need to continue to march south. Or swim south, whatever it is you do. And then this army has finally broken through here. I could even build a road if I wanted to. I don't think I'm going to yet, just in case a big swarm of units come through here. I'd rather them not be moving very quickly. But yeah, those three should be heading south. And then I'll probably just send this builder back to dig around in here, I suppose. There's a lot of dirt in this area. So, more money. Alright, over here I've got a city that's going to eventually be my support city that I've kind of been neglecting for a while. I am getting really close to turning those dragons into a vassal, though. In fact, I'm one turn away if I save some money. So, once again, just going to stick with building housing. That city will grow in 3 turns, so it's going to have that in its borders. I would like to clear that. I might be able to do that with the Mystics after they're done clearing that structure there. Okay, I already know I've got all these alliance proposals. I'm still saving for those dragons, so I'm going to discard all of those. I got the Great Temple in this city, and... oh yeah, that's right, I was going to get the Grand Palace. Has anyone gotten that Empire upgrade yet? There we go. Centurion, Multiculture, Eternal City. Who got Imperial Residence? Nobody's gotten Imperial Residence yet. I could really use those extra casting points, so I am going to spend the money and go ahead and get that Grand Palace. I'll save everything else that I'm making for now. What do these guys want? Well, I wouldn't mind having 2 Archon casters, although they'd be dedicated to evil. I'm going to decline this quest. Can't do anything about that right now. Don't have any armies I can spare in the area. Going to continue with this one, probably producing merchandise or... Well, no, this one's getting close to getting more happiness from that structure. So I'll let them build housing for now. They'll get a lot more out of that anyway. Okay, back up to the main event here. What's been going on? I could stop at that dungeon and pick up an item if I wanted to. Might not be a bad idea because it's literally right along the way. But I also don't want to clear a dungeon for my enemy if I can't hold this area for long. Before I do anything, it's probably wise for me to scope this area out a little bit. I'm going to move the bird up carefully and probably park it on the mountain. Should be able to see in the city. Oh, well, that crow's probably dead. Yeah, I should have kept going the other way. However, if I put some pressure on them, they might not leave the city. So instead of... Well, hang on. Let me look at what's in there first. I could handle that army. I could handle that army no problem, and my crow can see far enough to tell that there isn't anything behind them. At least not yet. So I'm going to move up carefully, probably like just 2 spaces at a time, just in case they've got more units in the area that I don't know about. Okay. And I should have actually checked the movement of the other army because they only barely made it that far. So now that there's some pressure on their capital city, they might not fly anything out. Because on the next turn, I could actually launch an attack. In fact, I can pull those crows back a little bit. Okay, more money, which I can use all of it. Now I've got 3 tunnelers, so that's going to supplement my income pretty nicely. Alright, these guys have a structure to clear. I forgot about this. Again, the game is overrating those lost souls, so I'm not really worried about this battle. Although those guys could use some healing. I've got harmonizing energy. How much health do they need? They're at 56 out of 82. That is 26 that they're down low on. That restores 30. It could take a little bit more damage, but maybe it's probably better to just heal them before the battle starts and things get crazy. Alright, now who wants to take the front? Sun Guards, I think. Prowlers on the flank. Chargers ready to flank. Alright, moving up. I'm gonna go more or less directly at these guys. Chargers are not very tough. They're not nearly as tough as Sun Guards. So I'm gonna leave them hanging kind of behind and use their charge ability to fly over the enemy and stab them in the back with those spears instead of just trying to take a front line charge. These ruins bug me. There's just all this stuff in the way that's hard to see through. Move up a little further there. Set this up so that only one unit can hit each. I'm actually going to leave them on the flank kind of here, with the prowlers ready to help. And the fairies... well, I want to get the fairies to that spot, but they can't quite make it. Not unless they move, which they can. Alright, may as well do some... oh wait, no, the Deathbringer will phase. I'll let her do her phase first. Leave everybody on defense for the moment. Okay, that's right where I kind of figured they would go. Alright, Charger took a fair bit of damage there. These guys will wreck those wargs, but I need somebody to move on to that spot. Alright, I'm going to move this guy back. Couple shots on them. And right. That's what I thought. They've got that total awareness thing, so I can't move the fairies away from them without taking a hit. I'm a little congested here. I might just take the hit anyway. Ouch. Yeah, that was a little more damage than I wanted them to take. As long as that front line holds, I don't think anything will kill them except for maybe that reanimator. No, he won't do enough damage with just the poison. Nobody else can get behind her. That reanimator won't do enough damage. She should be okay. Okay. That gets rid of that little problem. This is so difficult to see. Almost want to look at it from a top down like this. That's weird though. Okay, so these guys are going to attack something. The Charger is probably more in trouble than anyone else is here. Okay, what I'm going to do... no, he won't kill the warg fast enough. I'm going to kill the warg with those things. And the Charger is going to have to go. He's a little low on health. The fairies don't have anything else tough to worry about hitting them, but I need to get somebody on this spot to prevent the warg from jumping back up. Actually, the warg can jump back up if it wants, because it won't be able to move right away. I feel like I'm missing a unit somewhere. Like, there's something I'm not seeing. Was there a... No, there was only 5 units in this group, I think. Which means that I should be able to run around, stab the Lost Soul, and then use these guys to go charge a Reanimator. Or, just do this. Which, that Reanimator then is a little bit of a threat to them. So I need to get in his face. And I can't. I may have made a mistake there. Well, I've still got the option to cast a spell, and I'm probably going to, because I'm not comfortable with letting this thing hit the Tigran Sun Guard 3 times, and then turning around and having this one hit him again. That might be a little more damage than they can handle. And these things are just short on enough movement to get around and do anything useful. I wish I'd have kept those chargers. I could have used them. I wish I'd have kept them up here. But odds are what the computer will do is heal this unit anyway. I don't think they'd be smart enough to flank attack. Let's see here. That's going to be up to 14 damage times 3. Yeah, they could kill the Tigran Sun Guard if I don't take one of these units out right now. So I'm just gonna use a cheap spell. That'll finish him off. Sun Guard can handle the remaining hits there. Now this guy might try to revive his friend, but more likely I think he's gonna use... Yep. Okay, when they did turn around, they didn't take as much damage. I forgot about that, so they're fine. Might not have even needed to use the mana there. Using a lot of it this battle. Alright, let's get some XP for those Prowlers. Park you there. Actually, need some units to charge these guys. Wizard, park here. Let you have some XP. That army got a little more beat up than I was expecting in there. Okay, Lady's Diadem of Grave Return. This is a reward that I think I'm going to sell for gold. Because I could really use that gold. Yeah. I don't really need that. Although, well, Undead Slayer would be nice, though, because I'm up against a Necromancer. That could be really nice. And I would still get 123 gold either way. Excuse me. I'm going to take it just because I'm going up against a Necromancer. And then I'm going to see who needs that. Unfortunately, it won't make it to my main hero in time to do any good, but that Theocrat could probably use it. I don't think he has Undead Slayer yet, and he's going to be going up against undead units, more than likely. Yeah, I'll send it to him. Where did you go? There you are. Yeah, I can't pass up on an Undead Slayer item when I'm going up against a Necromancer. Okay, that does that. Could probably run down and get the mana, wouldn't hurt. I've been near my cap for a while, but it is a little bit out of my way. My Druid's going to be coming around the other side. Oh wait, my Druid's further to the west than I was thinking. I think I'm just going to keep them heading west. I'm not going to worry about that pile of mana for now. I've got enough. It's not worth sending a unit out of the way to go get it. That's not even Barrens for the Tigrans to shortcut across. Okay, I guess the Crow is going to go back on the lava lake over here. Let's see what's in this very northeast corner of the underground. And this Crow is the one I was using to scout out the area near the enemy Necromancer. I'm just gonna keep doing that because I need to find where White's leader is, and if he's anywhere around here, I need to know about it. Ooh, free treasure, nothing else. Alright, there's no sense in having the Mystics getting themselves killed trying to fend on their own. So I'm going to back this army off a little bit. Leave them sitting there. Then on the next turn, I think I'm going to have these guys join them and then have everybody go get that shrine to the Guardian Angel. I think everybody else is good. Can use her to tunnel through there and then move on to the next phase of their little trip. And the monkey, he could go join them for now. He doesn't really have anything. I think I was sending him back. Just have a rent. Oh yeah, that's right, I was going to scout. I was going to use him to scout, and I still want to do that. They've got a decent enough amount of movement. So I'm going to send him up to scout the overworld on the north side of the map. Okay, that was kind of a tedious turn, but that all needed to be done. I want to keep an eye on these Draconians going to the next one and see what happens, but first, should probably summon, or start summoning Grimbeak Crows. That way I can use up some of the mana from this turn and save some going into the next battle. She got Sage. Groka Greenclaw got Sage, which means she's got a tier 7 spell, I think, which for the Druid would be that Wild Hunt thing. The Druid's tier 7 spell isn't one of the best. They disjuncted treasure raiding again. Shouldn't be surprised. I don't think the Druid's tier 7 spell is one of the best tier 7s in the game. I have to deal with these guys. I really like the Sorcerers the best, I think, and maybe the Necromancers. They're both just excellent spells. Okay, I want to heal those fairies. I want to heal a lot of units, actually. Alright, here they come. And the Sun Guard should finish these guys off, no problem. Don't even have to take any damage from a battle like that. Still getting extra gold from off of these people's looting the corpses of the fallen enemies. Wow, look at all these notifications. Hey, look at this! Ashaka surrenders to you. How about that? I'm kind of ashamed, or I'm kind of sad that I never found her leader, but I guess maybe she just doesn't have a lot of other cities. It looks like she kind of got pinned on this little piece of land. Didn't have anywhere to easily expand to, maybe, so I suppose her empire is not in very good shape. Anyway, I'd be crazy not to take this right now. So, yes, I accept your surrender. And there is a new hero. Another Tigran rogue. How about that? We'll make a decent team, I suppose. She should have some upgrade points. So I'm going to go ahead and use those. I'm going to need Sprint is one of my favorites on the rogue. I like counter poison a lot. But I think she's going to be a little bit more of a fighter in this next battle, because I am going after the Necromancer next. So I'm going to buff things like defense, health, all that good stuff. Actually, resistance could really use some work. It's only at 8, so I'll spend the extra points to get that buffed up a little bit. Undead Slayer, that'd be a good thing for a rogue to pick up going into a battle like this. And I'll save those last 2 points. I think, yeah, I'll just save those last 2 points, and we'll see what I run into here. These should all be ghoul units, yep, so I'm good to go there. That's going to be a big battle. But they have a lot of flyers. No, they actually only have 2 flyers. They don't have much range, much like the last battle. These guys only have 2 range units, I think. The Elder and then the Trebuchet. So that should be a pretty easy siege, all things considered. Alright, well, I don't really need to scout so much to the west anymore because that person just surrendered to me. Huh. I wonder what that's there for. I wonder if that little item bag there is where the enemy rogue was. And then they dropped all their items. Well, note that it must have been one of their other heroes. I'm not sure because she still got these items, which some of them are really lousy. In fact, I'm just going to sell that one now. I don't like Urban Concealment. Inflict Dazzled is a good one. I do like that. And the others don't hurt, so. Alright. Still can't afford the dragons, but I am going to be making some gold this turn. Oh, hello there. Chasing my raven down, are you? Well, you've succeeded because I can't get him out of there, but I can still take this gold before you. And I can lure you, make you come all the way down here and waste as much time as possible. Not a lot of gold. Not enough to really make a difference in terms of buying the dragons on this turn, but we'll see what else I can pick up along the way. No necromancer units in sight down here yet. Let's go ahead and get these guys to where they need to go. Which for now is going to be right there. I do need to keep an eye on that road. That was pointed out to me in the comments, that I need to kind of watch this road so I don't get surprised. It was suggested to me, and I apologize, I can't remember who it was off the top of my head, but that I keep the Raven in this area to kind of keep an eye on the road. I decided against that because I wanted to send it further back and look for the enemy rogue just in case he was underground or she was underground. Don't need to do that anymore, obviously. She's got a tier 6 skill. I think I said tier 7. So I was not wrong number there. Treasure rating's been removed. You know, I can live with it. Just recast it if I need to. Alright, I still do want to summon a crow here because I am curious as to what is out in this direction. And it looks like a lot of islands, a lot of water in this area. Could be good spots for cities, though. Always gotta consider that. Okay, these elves want to join my empire. I have no way of defending them. I don't want to spend the money right now, so I'm going to exit. And I'm going to do the same for all of these other alliance proposals on this turn, because the dragons are the top priority, I think. Alright, and I am one turn away from finishing this little army I've been building. I'm looking forward to using them. That's going to be fun. See how good that extra critical hit damage really can be. Alright, so you have lost. Too bad for you. Got a laboratory in this city, so that'll help boost my research a little bit, but I need this city to go back to making merchandise. I need that gold. And I really would love... You know, if I pick these guys up, it might make the Dragon City cheaper now that they're ready to join my empire. And I have fairly good control over this area. Let me do a little test here. Because I don't know, I think it has to be a city I own. Well, no, actually, I own this city. And so I think I had decided that Haravad was about the same distance from either one. I don't think picking this city up will make Haravad any cheaper, because this city is just about the same geographic distance. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to be forking over 670 gold either way, which means I'm going to save that mana, not going to use it quite yet. Alright, well, I still got treasure rating, so I'll make some money from killing things. May as well continue to do so. Try to get a dwarf boar rider on my team if I can here. Alright, let's see if I can do this properly. I want to summon that Ancestral Guardian now. Or Ancestral Spirits. I can summon them wherever I want to on the map, too. That's pretty cool. That could actually come in really handy at some point, just to get an extra unit somewhere. Anyway, we'll put them here for now. These guys are pretty neat. They've still got the physical protection that Phantasm Warriors get, and they also have 100% spirit protection, which Phantasm Warriors definitely do not have. If you saw my last series, I got wrecked by a bunch of spirit enemies. Still didn't die, but I mean, like, Phantasm Warriors don't handle spirit damage well. These guys also have strong will, so they're a pretty solid unit all around. Just don't think they have as much health or defense as a Phantasm. Anyway, they're going to hopefully take a hit from the Dwarf Rider charging, because when they retaliate, they have that inflict spirit breaking right there, and that's what I'm hoping triggers on that Orc Rider. I want to get my other units out of the way and leave the Bard in position to where she can jump in there and try to charm him. Broken Spirit, alright. So they have Broken Spirit, now I want to try to curse them. They have Broken Spirit and Curse. Their defenses or resistance is obnoxiously low right now. Still only a 65% chance to charm them, but I got it. That's all I needed. Okay, now Dwarf Axemen are a real pain because they're always on defense. I'm going to break their guard. Got a critical hit on him too. That's not bad. Kind of want to go heal those Sun Guards. It wouldn't take much to kill the Dwarf Prospector. In fact, I'm just going to get in his face with the Boar Rider. Use the Wargs to overwhelm that Axeman. Use her to heal the Sun Guard. And use these guys to actually finish off that Prospector. Or come close to it anyway. Alright, having a Dwarf Boar Rider isn't a bad thing to pick up underground. A little bit more money. And a free upgrade. I was going to need that stone wall anyway, so I'll grab that now. I'm also going to need the barracks anyway, too. Both of these cost just as much. I think they're both 100 gold. I'll just take the stone wall now for the extra border. As a matter of fact, between the stone wall and the Grand Palace in 2 turns, I think I'm going to have this thing cleared, or I'm at least going to get a shot at clearing it on the very first, like as soon as the borders get there. So that all times out pretty well. Saving my money still. Focus on growth, because I still need to get these structures in the borders too. And yeah, growth for this city again. Actually, this city's going to grow on the next turn either way, so I'm going to produce merchandise just to eke out a little bit more gold. Keep going with the monkey. And I'm going to move those guys up and do that battle. I'm thinking that might be a next episode thing, because this one is already close to 50 minutes in. Is there anything else I can do with any of my units? Or cities? I think this is actually coming pretty close to the end of the turn. I could, yeah, you know what? I think I'm just going to go ahead and wrap this one up here. I know it's a little shorter than most of my other episodes have been, but this seems like a good spot to end off before I go charging in for this big battle here. I could maybe explore with the Crow a little more, but I think I'd prefer to wait until after I've attacked this city. If I'm lucky, that Necromancer might just surrender to me too. They might get demoralized, but I suspect they've got enough cities that they'll keep on fighting for a little while yet. And the Druid, I haven't even really touched this game. I'm not that scared of an Orc Druid. All things considered, I think that's not going to be too tough of a matchup. I'm mostly happy that the Rogue is gone, because now I don't have to worry about them casting their global spells that just really ruin your unit's happiness. Overall, though, definitely a good episode. I feel really good having one of these enemies knocked out, and just 2 to go. That's it. Alright, everyone. Thanks a lot for watching. I appreciate it. Appreciate all your comments. Hopefully, if you guys had an idea, that battle I did earlier, if there's a way I could have done that without losing any units, let me know. But I think the way I approached it, I got in a little over my head, and I'd like to try to figure out ways to get units out of situations. I've gotten pretty good at it in single-player games, but there have been times where I've sat there for 15 minutes looking at something trying to figure it out, and it just takes time, so I'm happy to just sacrifice the warg if it saves the hellhound, so I think it was a good decision, but if there's a way I could have done it better, let me know. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you in the next episode.